joining us and the millions watching around the world.
Out of the Red Korner!
Yes, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's well. Welcome to the Red Korner podcast with me, Ross. Tonight I'm joined by Lou. I'll bring him in straight away, mate, as well. Yes, my man, how are you doing?
And then welcome back to the Fuse UK and the Red Korner podcast, my people.
And we've gone live on both channels tonight as well, which is good.
Yeah, cushy that, mate. And now we've sussed that out now, so you can just go off both platforms.
Yeah, that's right. Is that in the comments, Dan Smith? Oi, oi. Oi, oi.
We just have a look.
So we just thought we'd do a little rundown of the Bkfc 46 card in Newcastle, didn't we?
Yep.
Just have a bit of crack in that, like.
It's not fully released yet, like, so it's not. I don't think you've got all the stuff there for the actual full lineup, have you?
No, it's not the full card. It's just everything that's been released so far. But we'll maybe do another show in the future together where we can talk about the rest of the card.
Yeah, of course, mate.
Sorted. So you all right? All good with you?
Yeah, I'm spot on, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good. Are you keeping busy?
Yeah, mate. Just same, really. Bits of graft here and there, working away. I'm just trying to push the podcast stuff, mate.
Yeah, me too. Nearly at that 1,000 subs, almost there.
You are there the other day. It keeps going up and down, man.
It keeps going up and down. So if any of Lou's subscribers want to subscribe to In the Red Korner, feel free.
Head over there and give them a subscribe.
Cost you nothing.
Tell Northern Light in the comments.
Yeah, Northern Light watching from Canada. Well, good day, mate. Oh no, that's not Canada, is it? I lived in Canada for a couple of years. I lived in Calgary. Amazing place. Loved it. What an experience it was.
I worked there as well. 2 years I worked there. Oakville and Toronto.
There's a few. I met a couple of Torontonians. I don't know what they're called. People from Toronto, anyways. They were living in Calgary. Seems to be everyone from everywhere, all over the place, doesn't it? Over there, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's mint, man.
Yeah. I love Zeus comments there in the comments. Evening, lads. How are you doing, Zeus? Yeah. So, do you want to talk about the first card then? First fight?
Yeah, mate. Go ahead with it.
Let's get into it. It's the first fight. We've got our good friend Aaron Blakey versus Christian Nadolski. So Aaron made his debut at Bkfc 40 in Leeds.
Yeah.
And it was a 23-second knockout, wasn't it, that he won with against Nafigson. I've been down with him, which I'm going to put a video out. It will be coming out very soon. I went and spent the day with him, watched him follow his training camp for the day, see what he does, and man, he put some work in, like he put some graft in. He's ready for it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm really looking forward to seeing Aaron Blakey come out again. Obviously, it never went probably as long as he wanted it to himself. Do you know what I mean? In the fight, because it was over that quick in 20 odd seconds. He'd have probably wanted to have a bit more ring time in there, like you said the other night. But this fight, I'm really looking forward to it because, like, you can see how much work he's putting in, how much it means to him. He's dedicated to him, and obviously, he's got a good vision, and for his future in the BKFC. So I'm really excited to see him come back against Christian Nadolski, who fought Liam Wilson at BFBA. And he's a game fighter, mate.
Yeah.
Game for it. So, and he's obviously got bare knuckle experience, you know what I mean? He's not just jumping in the deep end. He's rough and tough, mate. And I think it'll be a good fight for him.
I think so. It'll be a good, I think, like we say, Aaron's wanting to put on a good performance. I'm not going to lie, Nadolski's a bit of an unknown territory for me, but he's in the Bkfc for a reason as well. So is this Nadolski's debut?
I think it is. I'm 99.9% sure it's his debut in the Bkfc, but he fought on the BFBA. I know he fought on there. He fought Liam Wilson out of King of the Streets. You know Liam and Matilda?
Yeah, the bare knuckle couple.
Yeah, big up Liam and Matilda.
Absolutely, yeah. Who else is in the comments there? Mad Dog. When's Lewis Keane fighting? He's going to be fighting on the 1st of July in Newcastle, on the Newcastle card. So it's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, it's four main event, I think, Lewis Keane on the Newcastle card.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Tough fight for Blakey, for me. It will be a tough fight, but there's going to be no easy fights, and I think Aaron's ready for the test as well. Sorry, that's just who's commenting there. I think he's going to be ready for the test as well, so like I say, he's putting that work in and everything, and he looks in great shape. On the next one, who have we got next? Gary Fox, Hayden Sheriff, Foxy.
Yeah. Another good fight as well. I'm really excited to see Foxy coming back because obviously, not taking nothing away from Nathan Hand, his performance was unbelievable, mate. He's a great fighter, and I'm really excited to see Nathan Hand in the future. But Gary wasn't fighting at his natural weight, was he? He was 3 or 4 weight divisions above. So I'm more excited for this fight to see him fighting in his weight that he's naturally fighting at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you say, they're coming down about 3 weight classes. It was a bit of a horrific injury that he got stopped with. Well, he didn't get stopped. It went the full 5 rounds. It could have been stopped at any time, but Gary being Gary, just, game as Badger.
Badger, mate.
Didn't let him stop him. Real bad cut, didn't he? Thought he was maybe going to need plastic surgery at some point, but...
I've spoke, obviously when I'm travelling about and meeting people and showing them, through the bare knuckle stuff.
Yeah.
And showing injuries and that, and I always show them that one. They're like, what? They're like, bad that. And I went, he fucking carried on fighting till the end of the fight. It's like that. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I think Gary's probably wanting a bit more of a stand and bang rather than having to chase, or how he felt. He had to chase Nathan Hind around the ring a bit. For me, Nathan put on a great performance. He had a plan and he stuck to it and he got the victory. But I think Gary this time is wanting a bit more of a, he's wanting to get into the mix of it, isn't he? Yeah.
Hayden Sheriff as well as an experienced fighter. He's fought bare knuckle a few times. And I think if I'm right about Hayden Sheriff, he's one of the most active fighters in the UK. I think last year alone he had over 100 fights.
That's mad.
I might be wrong with that, but I'm 99% sure. Again, I've said that twice tonight. But I'm not, I just don't want to say it in case I might be wrong, but I'm sure that's the crack. I'm sure he's had near 1,000 fights or something.
Jeez, that's crazy. I mean, that's 2 a week, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a bit similar to what Will Cairns does. Do you know what I mean? Just travels about fighting on shows and things.
Yeah. Evening all to Fenton's journey, Dan.
I think it might be 300 fights he's had a summit. Will Cairns is the one who's had 1,000, I think. Yeah.
Zeus comments, great fight. Zeus is on every show. It is Hayden. I'm surprised if he's fighting twice a week.
I think he even went recently back to amateur boxing. I think he went back to amateur boxing to get a couple of, or it might have been to get his pro license actually. So I know when you go pro, you have to have a couple of amateur fights. I might be wrong, but I'm sure he went back to do a bit of amateur boxing and that. But he's good. I always thought he moves well in that, and until he's an experienced fighter, Hayden Sheriff, I've always liked him because in his game as well, he just turns up, mate, and fights. Yeah, fought Chazza Simmons on BFBA.
Not to be confused with Chazza Wasserman.
No. That's Chazza Real Talk.
Was that a good fight? I've not seen that one.
Yeah, it was a good fight, mate. It was a good fight. Obviously, Chazza Simmons got the win, didn't he? But it was a good fight, mate.
Yeah. Both experienced lads. Obviously, Gary, an ex-professional boxer as well himself. And plenty of bare knuckle, street fighting, behind him.
Oh, 100%, mate. And the thing that puts the cherry on the cake of him is that he loves it, mate. He loves violence.
Oh, he does, 100%. 100%. Top lad. Who have we got after this then? We've
It's
got...
mad when you see him in that fight, mate. I was watching a slow-mo of it the other day. Foxy, where he's fighting and all his lips cut and that. And he just stands there and goes, come on.
It's like, yeah, come on.
Game is fucking
That's
what
tough
people
lad.
tune in for, though, don't they? That's what type of fighters they want to see. That's what type of characters they want. People who are there to just fucking have it out. I love it, don't they?
I mean, everyone talks about having the dog inside of them. I think Gary's got maybe 2 dogs inside of him. Like, you know, there's no quit in him. There's no give up in him. He's there to fight. He's there to do a job, and he wants to tear up. He wants to tear up, doesn't he?
Yeah, mate. Last man, I'm excited for his fight at his own weight, mate. Can't wait.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. You know, like you say, with that losing that extra weight as well, his movement will be a lot better and a lot quicker and a lot sharper. I'm guessing. I'm sure he'll be doing bits with training with Danny Christie as well in the next few weeks on the run up to the fight.
Yeah, I'll speak. Obviously, I speak to Gary quite a bit, and I'm not going to say who it is just in case it's not meant to be out there or planning something. But he's got somebody coming up from who's fighting on the card from the Bkfc, and they're going to do some sparring and that.
Nice one.
I think that's next weekend.
Yeah. Zeus comments, is that right? Featherweight. Yeah, featherweight is right. Like you say, Gary's coming down about 3 weight classes to take on Hayden. But like Lou was saying, it's more of his natural weight class.
Mate, and if that obviously when a fight is in a fight, trying to lose weight to make the weight, aren't they? That fight against Nathan Hind, mate, he was struggling to put it on.
Yeah, I was needing to.
You know what I mean? That's how fucking much higher he was fighting at.
And I think Nathan Hind had a fantastic weight cut as well, didn't he? Because he was twice the size the next day.
Oh, mate, yeah.
He was huge.
He looked dead gaunt, didn't he, at the weigh, and then he come in the next day and he's just fucking...
Yeah, absolutely ripped.
Mate, yeah. He's in good shape, like, isn't he, Nathan Hind?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
You tell he trains hard and that.
I'm looking forward to seeing him getting out again as well, whenever that may be.
Oh, yeah, mate, we'll definitely be seeing him soon. I'm imagining it'll be on the London card again, innit? It's more down, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Up next, we have Lewis Keane versus Fran Suarez. This is the co-main event. I probably should have put the pictures in a better order and this towards the end, but, you know, Gareth, Lewis's coach, was on the podcast the other night and couldn't speak highly enough of him, could he? And we've done a podcast before as well about up-and-comers in the sport, and Lewis Keane was the first one that we done it on. He's a special talent, isn't he?
Yeah. Gareth, I think he's his coach as well, isn't he?
Capo training.
Andy Davison.
Andy Davidson out of O'Toole's gym.
Is it Barry Jones? He trains him as well.
Yeah.
I think doesn't Capo do the strength and conditioning with him or something?
That's right, yeah, he's a strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah. He's got some team like Annie behind him for this fight.
Aye, 100%. A great gym, O'Toole's gym in the northeast.
Yeah. Like I say, mate, this is like back on the Newcastle card. I've been watching Lewis since it's like when he was doing it left way, and when he went into the BFBA, and like, you could just tell, mate. You could just tell. I remember he had like these light blue shorts on in the BFBA. He was in like good shape and that, mate. And just the way he moved and that, you could just tell he was class.
Yeah.
And the kid he was fighting as well as experienced. Can't remember his fucking name, man. But he's a rough kid as well, and mate, I could just tell he was mustard, man, you know. And that's why I picked him. Like, I just thought he's like I think he's the biggest prospect in the UK. Like, I really do. Like, upcoming, because you've got to think, mate, he's only a young lad.
Yeah.
Because our class are set, and like, there's some fighters in the UK who they're not up and coming no more. They're there, like they're up there. They're in like
that's right. Yeah.
Contention. They've either got belts or in the top 5 or doing what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, he's on the up and the rise, isn't he?
Lewis it's the future. It's the future, isn't he?
And I think it's not going to take him long to get there.
No, well, if he puts on a great performance again, you know, Fran Suarez, we know he fought on King of the Streets, didn't he?
Yeah. I've seen that fight. I watched that fight the other day on King of the Streets. Is he from Spain, Fran Suarez?
Yeah, Spanish, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, mate, it looks like he's a game for it as well, mate. He's obviously... Because I don't know how to put it. Some fighters, like... This is no disrespect to them. Like, just some fighters can take more than others, can't they?
Yeah.
But some fighters, they don't know what they're getting themselves into until they're in it, do you know what I mean? Like, they can get in a fight and as soon as they've got a bad cut or something, some of them don't like it and they'll go down or they don't want to get back up, they don't want to know, where there's the other fighter who's struggling to get back on his 2 feet, dying to get up. Do you get what I mean? And they've got that dog in them like we were talking about earlier. And obviously to be on King of the Streets and see the type of fight he was having on there, you can tell he's like game for it. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%. There's just Zeus in the comments there saying...
Tony Meehan there as well. Big up Tony Meehan fighting the other day on BKB at the O2.
Yeah, that's right.
You absolutely smashed it, mate.
Respect,
like,
Tony.
I thought he'd done absolutely class, by the way. If you go back and watch his fights, mate, and then watch that one, see how much he's improved, man. Tell he's been proper putting the work in, and he's smashing it. He's going to come back and fucking smash it even more. So keep smashing it, Tony Meehan. You're going to do well, brother.
Yes, my
Keep
man.
going, my boy.
Someone was just asking there about Fran Suarez's record, because there's not much about him over here, but I think he might be 4-3.
What's this in MMA?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Let me have a double check now. I'll have a look for you.
I've got I'll tell you what it is. A second. I've been speaking to him through Google Translate.
Fran Suarez, MMA fighter, record, right. He's only had one fight, MMA on Topology's record thing. One fight, one loss. But
right.
That won't. I don't think that'll have any unlicensed shows and stuff like that. Surely he's done all that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is just professional fights.
Let me just see what this says. This is one of the replies he gave us. He replied in Spanish, but I've not translated it.
Oh, he's done boxing, that's why.
It's translated it back into Spanish, but...
Mate, he's a fucking professional boxer, man. 8 wins, 4 losses.
Yeah.
This will be a fucking good fight for him, this.
It will be, it will be.
Who was it who told me he'd done MMA? Might have been you.
Like I say, I've spoken to him on Instagram, but I've been Google translating it from English to Spanish, and then he's been sending me Spanish replies, and I've not translated them back yet. So,
oh right, does he not speak English at all?
He doesn't speak English at all, no.
Ah, right, I get you.
And me no hable español. Oh, what, tomorrow?
See, you're getting it, don't you? You know what? That's the only things I know. I think I said to you there, wheelbarrow, sand, stone. Where are you working tomorrow? Because when I was working in America, obviously the Mexicans over there, the laborers were speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
So I tell them like work. Obviously, you know what I mean. You have to get the little bit of but they're saying wheelbarrow all day. You just have to learn the language a bit.
Dangerous Darren says that Fran will be looking for the clinch work. Yeah, quite possibly. I don't know. That's the thing. That's the beauty of the bare knuckle, isn't it?
What was that there?
It's Dangerous Darren in the comments saying he thinks Fran might be looking for the clinch work.
Yeah, but you got to think, mate. Lewis Keane loves all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's done left way trained. I think he trained Muay Thai. He's had fucking all sorts of fights, mate. He's had like a lot of fights, Lewis, I think, mate. Like, you know, K1 and that. Can't remember what fucking... My mind's gone blank because we've got that many fucking fighters to talk about. But I'm sure he's done Muay Thai, a few Muay Thai. and he's done like he's done left way, Muay Thai, K1. Yeah, he's done all sorts, mate. He's experienced. And obviously in telly he's not just brand new, is he?
No, definitely not. And this is one of the picks of the night for me. This is one of the fights to 100% tune into and watch. I think it's going to be an absolute war. I think probably one of the best fights on the card, and that's probably that's why it's co-main event.
Yeah, this is where fucking Lewis Keane fucking makes a statement, mate, in the Bkfc. Yeah. This is his chance, mate, to fucking show everyone what Lewis Keane's made of.
100%.
What's in the Northeast fight, isn't he? To show the world, mate.
I'm sure he's gonna. I'm sure he'll go out and do his do everything he's trained to do.
Definitely, mate, and he'll look good while he does it as well because he's that type of fighter.
Yeah. Up next, we've got someone who trains with Lewis, isn't it? Robert Barry.
Yeah.
And another up and comer. I've heard good things about him from O'Toole's gym.
Yeah,
Gareth was talking him up the other night on the podcast.
Mate.
Ben Bonner.
Yeah, Rob Barry, mate. All I've heard about Rob Barry is he's meant to be absolute nails, mate. He's meant to be class, meant to be very good, and experienced as well. I think he's done Muay Thai, K1 and stuff like that. I think he's fought on some like decent shows and that. But I think he's been out of the ring for about 5-6 years, if I'm right. But obviously, from the lads who've been training with him in the gym, doing bits of sparring or what have you, he hasn't lost nothing. Do you know what I mean? If not, he's gained something. So yeah, I'm really excited to see Rob Barry. All I've heard is like unreal things about him. And Ben Bonner, who he's fighting, is a lad who's from Middlesbrough, from where I'm from. He trains down in London because I think he's working down there. Been training with some like top pros and that. Zach Chelly and that I think he's been sparring with. And he's another experienced fighter, mate. I think he's had about 18 unlicensed fights. And he's a very good fighter, mate. This is a cracking fight, this, mate. This has Fight of the Night written all over it, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was Ben last out? I can't remember when Ben was last out. It wasn't...
Ben was last out, mate, at Crystal Palace. And he won that fight. He's 1-0 now in the Bkfc. And yeah, mate, this has fucking Fight of the Night written all over it, this one, like. Yeah, he is, mate. Ben Bonner, and he's like, it's not just that he's tough, he moves well, mate. He can box very well. Do you know what I mean? He trains hard with like top level pros, mate. So it's like, it's going to be a good fight, mate. It's going to be a good fight because Rob Barry, from what I've heard, hard as nails, mate. Tough as fuck. There'll be no giving him, and I know there'll be no giving Ben Bonner, mate. So it'll be like fucking tooth and nail. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I reckon the crowd will go off as well at this one with both being from the Northeast as well.
Oh, yeah, mate. There'll be, mate. Like, all the shows that I've been to, that fucking Metro, the Walkador, mate.
Yeah.
That Newcastle show, mate. Fuck me. It's like being at a football match, mate.
Yeah, I think it's just because obviously it's dome-shaped and it just, I don't know, the atmosphere was brilliant, wasn't it?
Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable. Getting goosebumps thinking about it. Honestly, the people like no, because a lot of people who I speak to, like they're like what's the word for it? The like in 2 months sort of thing, like, oh, what are they like? Are they rough and like things like that? But mate, like what are they like, Ross?
I've said this to
everyone just on love buzzer and they're like buzzing about the talking about the fighters. Like
there's so much respect. There's so much respect because they know what they've got to do when they get in the ring. It's two men in the most raw way of fighting, bare knuckle. There's no egos or anything like. Well, there's a little bit of ego, obviously, you know what I mean. But like every lad I've spoken to, there's not one where I've thought, oh, he was a bit of a dickhead. Every single lad I've spoken to has been amazing and spot on. Chatted, we've talked away. Messages back and forward and stuff like that. The respect levels in there are unbelievable.
Yeah, mate, unreal, mate, and like, not just trying to say this to build fucking fights or help fucking do whatever. Genuinely, if you've never been to one of these events and you live close or you've got the spare time, spare money around to go, it'll be one of the best nights of entertainment you've ever had. It's unbelievable, man. Like the atmosphere, the fights, how well they're matched, the setup, the production, the whole American theme. What's it like? It's unbelievable, mate, isn't it?
Yeah. I wonder, is Jeff Houston coming over for this one? Do you know?
Yes, Jeff Houston's coming over for the Newcastle show.
Yeah, and having him there.
Hello. I love him, mate. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, having him there it gives it a little bit more, of that feel as well, though, doesn't it? He's the Bare Knuckle, the Bkfc's Bruce Buffer.
100%. But obviously, if there's some reason he can't come over, Ian Freeman's still an unbelievable MC, and he gets the crowd bouncing.
Yeah, I thought he might have got the Newcastle show after that one at Leeds. To be honest,
what was his line again? We are
live.
Yeah, it's classic Freeman. Mate. Big shout out Ian the Machine Freeman.
Yeah, legend in the sport. I was buzzing to meet him.
Yeah, mate. Well, lovely bloke as well.
Yeah. I've wanted to meet him for a long time. I've been to his old shows. He's got a show coming up as well. That's going to be on the UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah,
I think the date recently changed on it because the Fred Brewery where it was supposed to be at has double booked themselves. So I think it's the week later than what it was supposed to be. But
it's still on the UFC Pass, though, isn't it?
It's still on the UFC Fight Pass. I remember going to them years and years ago, talking 10, 15 years ago. Never got the chance to meet him there, but I've read his book and all that kind of stuff. But to meet him as well, he's just, absolute gentleman, absolute legend. What have we got here then? John in the comments there. All right, John, how are you doing? It's Big on the show for Ashington. Don't know who Big John is.
Yeah, I think he's on about John Lewis from the Borough.
Oh, all right.
No, it might be on about someone else there, actually. Oh, no,
John from Ashington? No.
I don't know. He's from Borough. That's the only Big John I know, really, who's fought Bare Knuckle.
Yeah. How are we doing, John? Good evening, pal. Up after this one, then, we've got the Polish versus the German. Bart Kroll versus Gosha.
Yeah, that's another good fight, mate. We've seen Bare Knuckle at Bkfc Leeds, didn't we, versus Ash Gibson.
Yeah. It was a quick, swift knockout for him, finished in the first round.
He's very fiery, isn't he, that Bare Knuckle?
Yeah. Even from his walkout, he was just business, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was going after it.
Dead aggressive, mate. Gosha as well. I think about Gosha, he was meant to fight on the BFBA show before. He's the head of the German hooligans or something like not just something to do with the football hooligans and stuff like that, where they all meet up over there for fights and things.
Yeah.
I thought
you weren't going to say that.
What?
I thought you weren't going to say that.
It's another thing that I wasn't going to say. Surely everyone knows, do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, how did I find out just by looking on Instagram? It's not as if it's like fucking top secret. But yeah, mate.
I'm expecting this to be a good one as well. It's one of them ones that kind of maybe a lot of people don't know too much about them, with them both being foreign. But I think it's definitely going to be one to watch.
Oh, definitely, mate. That costume, proper fight, apparently, mate. Seen a few videos of him training as well, and he can definitely fight,
Yeah.
But that Bare Knuckle, he's proved it, and we've seen him in the Bare Knuckle now. We know what he's all about.
He brought a lot of fans with him as well, didn't he, to Leeds?
I tell you what, mate, that Polish crowd fucking was bouncing, mate. You need you need them Polish crowd at all the events. They were at where else were they? There was somewhere else the other night. I can't remember. Oh, it might have been Bad to the Bone. Bad to the Bone, and apparently the Polish support there was unbelievable as well.
Yeah,
support the fighters, mint, mate.
They do. Flags are flying, shouting.
Every round for him, when every round for him. Mint, man.
Zeus predicts probably a lot of haymakers and a quick KO for one of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes you think two big hitters or two like very fiery, aggressive fighters are it's gonna be over quick.
Yeah.
Sometimes they go nearly fucking all the way, and it turns out to be an absolute war, doesn't it? Because they're both hard as a coffin nail.
Yeah. As we found out on the last show, the Polish lads have got head built like concrete, haven't they? They don't stop. They don't give up. There might be some haymakers thrown, but they don't stop coming forward, do they? That's all they know is come at you.
Especially Highlander, mate. Fuck me. The fight he had with Tom Scott, how many head punches he took, mate?
Yeah.
See, we're seeing him after the event and not one cut on his face, mate.
I know. We stood outside the hotel talking to him, weren't we?
That is mental, mate. He just had little bruises, didn't he?
Yeah.
Crazy, that, mate. That is absolutely crazy.
It will be an interesting one for the fans, this one, definitely, 100%. And John predicts Kroll in the third.
Oh, Kroll?
Yeah. I think that's the thing with it, just like, the two kind of unknown lads and foreign lads as well.
Yeah.
It was the same as Lee Brown's opponent. Lee Brown's opponent was a tough man as well, wasn't he? David Oscar.
David Oscar,
the Polish. He just kept coming forward as well. They were both knackered towards the end of it, but what's that? John Ferguson had a fight with Tom Scott. He's from Ashington.
Oh, John Ferguson. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'd have thought so. I thought he would have been fighting on it light, to be honest. No, I don't think he's on the fight card, is he?
No. Is he not in recovery? Is he not recovering from his knee? Yeah.
That's what it might be, mate. Definitely will be. Otherwise, John Ferguson will be all over that show, mate.
I know he was cornering. He was down in Leeds, wasn't he? He was cornering Wayne.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake,
yeah, because you said Big John, and I'm thinking, who's Big John? Because I know Big John from Middlesbrough. He's like a bare knuckle fighter, boxer.
And I don't know Big John from Middlesbrough.
Say again?
I don't know Big John from Middlesbrough.
Yeah, but that's who I thought he was on about.
John Fergo.
John
Good
Fergo.
lad.
Yeah,
funny lad. He was going around getting people, wasn't he? Could get a photo and record it on his, as a video.
Yeah, he's a prick for that one.
He's a wind up like.
He's a prick for that one, like. He got me bad, mate. He's like, oh, what's you all right? I was like, no, John, you're all right. He's like, I'll get a picture of us. I'm like, about 5 seconds, I was like, you're daft. Proper got me, mate. I was like, don't pause that.
Again, I don't really know much about Dustin. I'm not even sure how to say his name, to be honest. I'm going to go with Rebega.
Rebega, yeah. Rebega. But yeah, I think he's fought in Gromda, and he's fought. I'm sure he's fought what's it called? No Mercy. I think he fought in that. It's like a cage, bare knuckle. Sure, it was that Dustin guy. Sure, I'm positive.
Carl Thompson. Do you know much about Carl? Is he a kickboxer? Was he?
Mate, my mind's gone blank. I can't think, man. Carl Thompson. Can't think, bro.
Cruiserweight bout. I mean, so they're obviously two big lads. It's. I'm sure it'll be a war as well. I mean, in the nicest way possible. Look at them. You know what I mean? They don't look. They look like they're ready for business. Go on, you look it up there, Lou.
So I'm doing now, having a look.
We just look stupid. I'm sure Carl was kickboxing.
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Yeah. We're losing them, Lou. We're losing them.
What's that?
We should have put more into this, pal.
We'll set it up, mate. I just said, yeah, come on.
I know. It was just.
It's Ross's fault, everyone. So,
Oh, yeah. You know, I'll shoulder this one. I just said to Lou, do you want to come on? What we're going to talk about? I don't know. We'll talk about the card.
I'm only joking, mate. But, yeah, tell you what, though, mate. How about we look at the fight today? The last fight. How about we'll watch Caleb Harris's last fight before we get into the fight?
Yeah, let's have it.
Round number 1.
Good editing there, Lou.
Mate, I thought I was going to be able to fast forward it, didn't I? It's all live, isn't it?
So Caleb Harris is. This was Bkfc 36.
Yeah. That's Brad Kelly. Brad Kelly's a very good fighter, by the way. He did the 65 pound.
Oof, big left hand. Caught him. Stumbling. Oh. Doesn't stop there, does he, at all? Harris just keeps coming forward. Yeah, brilliant that. Should we give it another watch? Because I mean, it wasn't very long, was it? So made short work of him there, didn't he, in the first round? Caleb on the podcast, I think Lou's had him on the podcast as well. From Mississippi, tough American, big left hand that, uppercuts. That's the beauty of the ring as well. There's nowhere to go in the ring. You can't get put into a corner. I love the circular ring. It's made for action. It's made for action. Definitely hard shots. And he is very lively, John, your eyes. Class that. You got your drink yet, Lou?
Yeah.
That's on.
I'll just bring the bottle. A little bit of apple juice there, people. Sponsored by McDairy's. But I tell you what, though, mate, Caleb Harris. This is a big fight for Rico Franco. Caleb Harris is a veteran in the BKFC. He's been there from the beginning.
It was first fight Bkfc 5, wasn't it? But he was at the first one, Bkfc 1, and thought, I'm going to give that a go. And by Bkfc 5, he was there in it, doing it.
Mate, he's a very, very, very tough fighter.
It's a big fight for them both.
He's not like what's the word? He's not like technically amazing. You know what I mean? Like he's very basic, but it's the way he moves and his angles. He comes from the little bursts.
Yeah,
and he's dangerous, mate, because he holds power in both hands. Do you know what I mean? And when you've got fighters like Caleb who are like a unique style, it's hard to find people to train for. Like, you know, to get sparring partners who can sort of mimic the fighter. How do you mimic someone like Caleb Harris, who's very basic and punches from awkward angles and things? But obviously, Rico Franco, great fighter. But it'll be a massive fight for him, mate. If he wins this, Caleb Harris is top. He's number 3, ranked 3 in the world, mate. So Rico Franco wins this, mate. It pushes him right up there in title contention.
Big Rob in the house. How we doing, Rob Cunningham?
Big up, Rob Cunningham. Looking forward to seeing Rob's next.
Yeah, definitely.
Next outing.
100%. He'll be down in London, I think, will he?
Rob Cunningham's next outing in London.
I think so. I think that'll be about time enough for him, only. I know he was getting itchy knuckles.
Oh yeah, he's always got his knuckles, Rob.
Yeah.
Loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah. James saying Caleb Harris, unpredictable, definitely. And like I said before, I was down when I went down to spend the day with Blakey. I got to watch Rico Franco spar, and that'll be in the video as well. Some of his sparring against another tough lad, Luke Fisher, an ex-professional boxer from Outlaw Boxing Gym. And watching Rico spar up close, stood at the side of the ring, it was unbelievable to watch.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what makes this an exciting fight, mate. Rico Franco, obviously, he's not just brand new in the bare knuckle, is he? He's fought BKB, he's been world champion, beat Jimmy Sweeney, fucking, who was meant to be the king of BKB. Moved up very itchy knuckles. Oh, Rob.
Aye.
Obviously, he's come over to the Bkfc, he's 2-0 in the Bkfc. Now he's got a proper test on his hands with Caleb Harris, mate. It's a massive opportunity for him.
Yeah. Do you want to watch the Rico's last fight?
Yeah, shut it on, bro.
Let's have it. So this was BKFC 40 in Leeds against the French guy Burbis.
The thing that makes it more exciting as well, obviously, Rico's a game fighter and he loves it, gets angry in there and that. That's what would make a good fight with Caleb. You know what I mean?
Rico was basically just toying with him. I think he could have finished him any time, to be honest, and he just...
I don't mean in this fight. I just mean when he's in a fight.
Yeah. I think Rico got caught with one and he thought, right, that's it now. Like you say, he got angry and was like, it's over now. I'm going to finish you.
He ate it though, didn't he? It was flush on the chin even up, and he ate it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was a fucking heavy shot, mate. We heard it, didn't we, from the fucking ringside?
Yeah.
He was fucking at it. Didn't bother him.
Okay, and that Leeds venue was class as well, wasn't it? Just like the atmosphere in there.
Yeah. Unreal, mate.
So quick at closing the distance, Rico.
Yeah, he's got...
He's confident as well, hands down.
So I mean, experience, mate. He's a very experienced fighter.
Yeah.
He trains every single day. So I've heard off the lads who train with him and that. Like, he's proper triathlete and that as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he was doing triathlons. I mean, this is his third camp back-to-back now.
So I mean, he's never gassing out, is he?
No.
Just fucking breeze, far browns.
Saved by the bell on that round. I just fucking love this sport. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Unreal, mate. Unbelievable.
Good editing, Lou.
All right, mate. Not a problem.
That's what Beerbest has to try to do right now. Start working the jab.
Yeah, that was it there.
That was the one there. That big right hand caught him.
Yeah, he fucking took that well, mate. Didn't budge him, did
he? Yeah, I think we'd all love to see that one again, Rob. 100%.
Yeah, it'll probably happen, mate. That's definitely going to happen somewhere down the line.
It can't be avoided. It's the fans want to see it. I think they both want it as well, to be honest.
Got to give him his due, like, haven't you? He gets up, mate.
He does. Just looks so relaxed in there, doesn't he, Rico?
Yeah, confident as fuck, mate.
That's it. Big Chris Batchelor calls it.
It's gonna make for a great event, mate. This.
Yeah.
We've only spoke through literally half of the card as well, haven't we?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, there's still more fights to be announced, contracts to be signed, and is Rob asking how Sweden was, Lou?
Oh, it was mint, mate. It was unreal, Rob. Really enjoyed it, mate. I had a proper scream. Absolute hilarious it was with Danny, classmate. Really good, really enjoyed it. Beautiful country, beautiful people. Can't wait for the next trip, mate.
I was supposed to be there, wasn't I? But I couldn't get the work.
Ross was
time off
supposed
work.
to come, give him like, I think it was about 3 months notice. Messages me a day before. I got the time off work. Get them flights booked.
The flights had tripled, hadn't they?
Yeah. Honestly, mate, I didn't. It worked out, mint, mate. It was fucking class.
Oh, I know. Well, I talked to you when you were over there. You and Danny have done a little podcast, didn't we? And you said it was just unbelievable.
Mate, I swear down, yeah, we could nothing could have happened. Like, could have went over there and for example, the event got shut down and all we done was just stay where we stayed and walk to the shops every day. Yeah. It's still been worth it, mate, because we had that much of a laugh, mate. Absolutely unreal banter, mate. Class.
Yeah. Well, obviously knowing Danny and stuff like that, he's great to be around. But me and you're great to be around as well. We had a proper laugh at Leeds, didn't we?
Oh,
good
unreal,
fun,
yeah. I love it, mate. You gotta laugh. You gotta fucking take the piss. You gotta fucking. Do you know what I mean, mate? It's good. Laughing is good.
Yeah, 100%. Good for the soul. Though that's not the whole card. No, that's just everything that's been announced so far. So there's still more to come, which we'll do a part 2 on at some point when everything's got released. But just thought I'd give you a little insight into what's going on so far and what's been released so far. And it's stacked, isn't it? It's stacked, that card.
Yeah, unreal, mate.
Leeds was a good belt. It was a belter. Good people everywhere. It was, Rob. Absolutely.
Class, man. Even in the hotel and that was good crack. When it's like seeing the lads around the hotel and that. We had to
Yeah.
I remember, God, I'm not even going to say it anyway, just in case it's sort of staring the pot, but it was funny, mate. And if I said it now, it would be hilarious.
Oh, you're going to have to say something now. You can't just fucking leave it like that.
It needed to come out my mouth. It needed to come out my mouth, mate, but I thought, shit, I better not say it in case it goes, fucking hell, what you brought that up for? You're calling me out, man. But, mate, it's hilarious. But when, obviously, I'll ask him, see if it's all right to bring it up just for the banter. And if he says, yeah, mate, I'll mention it on one of the podcasts for next time. Fucking hell. Mate, it's hilarious, mate. Hilarious. Rob will love it, man.
Is Rob giving you the big eyes? Look. Come on.
Yeah.
Speak up. Speak up. Ahaha.
Lou MC, mate. Do a quick 16. Oh, them days are gone.
What you got coming up this week then on the podcast? Any guests lined up?
Yeah, we've got the number 1 ranked featherweight Kai Stewart coming on. He's going to be fighting for the title against Louis Lopez soon. And yeah, mate, that's all I can think of. Who I've got booked in up now. Yeah.
I was supposed to have Kyle Cassidy on. Unfortunately, Kyle couldn't make it with work commitments, but I think tomorrow night he's going to be on. So obviously, Kyle's going to be on the Newcastle card. So
yeah, I'm gonna what do we call it? I'm gonna start getting them all booked in, mate.
Yeah.
Although because I've been doing like little bits of lives and that, and the other night you had like about 6 different people on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to start booking them back in. But I've got some good ones lined up, mate.
Nice one. Look forward to it, pal. Get Rothwell on. That'd probably be on Lewis. You wouldn't probably want to know who I am. No, Lou is.
Behave yourself, man. Yeah, I'll ask him, mate. I'll see if I can get him on.
Oh, with Rob at the same time.
You know, if, like, say, for example, I've always thought, like, to help build a fight and stuff like that, like daft little things. Like, say, like a fighter, like, for example, say I got Ben Rothwell on, for example. I got Ben Rothwell on, and Rob Cunningham was like, "Oh, give me the link so I can jump in and start calling him out on the live and that." If I give that to Rob Cunningham and let him jump on the live and put him on, would I be out of order for that? Or would that be good for the sport? Like, I don't get how the people would take shit like that.
The people would love it. I don't know how.
But then
how Ben would take it.
That's what I mean. When you start doing that of fighters and that, they'll be like, "Fucking hell, I'm not going back on his channel."
Yeah.
Like Rob Cunningham going absolutely crazy on the camera at me.
See you, Big Ben. Brilliant, mate. Well, we've done nearly an hour, 50 minutes, just over 50 minutes. So we'll leave it at that, mate. Thank you very much. Enjoyed it.
Obviously, Ross knows I've got to go now up very early in the morning. But Ross said, because he's trying to get 1,000 subscribers, he's going to do this podcast until 12 tonight. So everybody get over to his channel. It's got loads of information and stuff. And, yeah, stay tuned.
Thanks for setting us up, Lou. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us on, mate. It's been a good talking to you again, pal. And we'll speak to you.
Yeah, nice one. Cheers, Lou. Thanks very much.
See you later. Bye.
See you later. Ta-ra.
For the fight fans joining us and the millions watching around the world.
Red Korner.
Big shout out to everyone in the comments as well. Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate you made that. Enjoyed that. Having people commenting along. Dan Smith, Northern Watching, Zeus Comments, Mad Dog, Fenton's Journey, Tony Meehan, Dangerous Darren, Big Rob Cunningham, John. Thank you all. Appreciate it. I'm not staying until 12. I'm not staying another second. Hit that like and hit the subscribe, or don't. It's up to you. See you later.